We're here today with Ryan Hulse, a Director of Product Management at Johnson Controls, JCI, and we'll be speaking about the Xact product line. Thanks for joining us, Ryan.
Hi, thanks.
First of all, Xact's been around a while, going back almost 2 decades. So where does Xact fit in the surveillance market in the year 2021?
Yeah, I think the 1.0 version of Xact was released in 2006. So we have been around a little bit now, but a lot's changed in the industry. I think this year, especially, a lot of events with the pandemic and with the civil unrest and different things going on. Physical security has kind of been involved in a lot of that. But really, throughout all those years, a couple of things stick out to me as kind of guiding principles that we've continued to stick by. One thing is that we've always made it a goal to be easy to deploy and easy for integrators to train end users to help our partners kind of execute their business efficiently and profitably. And then I think secondly, we have always made it a priority to be an open platform solution with a wide variety of partners that we work with. So integrators have maximum choices to pair up Xact vision and present the best solution possible to the customer.
Great. You mentioned the importance of easy deployment and easy use. How does Xact work to achieve those capabilities?
Yeah, we have a couple of ways that we try to keep that focus in focus. One thing we do is we have user personas that we try to look at our product through. And one of those personas that's especially applicable to ease of use is thinking about the type of user that doesn't have video surveillance or security as their primary job function. So they've got some other primary role in the company, but they're also looking at the video system. So in that case, that really helps us zero in on the type of user that doesn't use the product every day, and helps us recognize that the user interface has to be kind of naturally intuitive, even if you're not using it all the time.
So let's talk a little about vertical markets. Which industries and types of organizations do Xact solutions address?
Yeah, we've had a lot of broad application throughout a lot of different verticals, but I think if you talk to our integrators, you might find kind of an emerging pattern of organizations that are kind of geographically distributed. And I think that's because Xact scales well from a single box. It's easy to manage, up to thousands of different sites with cameras that have layers of management that lets you easily keep track of everything. And those can happen in things like retail, where you have lots of locations around the country, municipalities where you have cameras spread out over lots of areas, the education sector, K through 12 in colleges, all those areas have a lot of that type of a lot of those types of challenges to solve.
Great. Xact is now part of JCI and formerly Tyco. So how does Xact still prioritize the need for an open platform solution?
Yep. We have, I think now in 2020, we crossed over 5 million camera licenses out there in the marketplace. Those are 5 million cameras, security cameras that are connected to Xact Vision, and the vast majority of those are other camera brands and third-party partners of ours. So that's really an enormous installed base that we continue to service. We just have a lot of inertia and momentum and strong partnerships that really kind of both make this easy to continue going forward and a priority for us, as well as definitely wanting to meet the needs of our current customer base in the market.
We should talk about COVID-19, I guess. How has Xact adjusted to changes in commercial business due to the world pandemic?
Well, a lot of different ways. I think if just in my personal experience, if we just look kind of internally first at the company, like a lot of people, we kind of were adjusting, like looking at our product outlook and what we could do to help kind of respond to the situation out there. We introduced, we reprioritized our AI roadmap, right, to shift from what, more traditional, say, security features to things that might help in the situation going on right now. We built a face mask detection solution in XactVision based on AI-based face recognition or face matching that lets you know if somebody's wearing a mask. That can be real-time information, or that can be through trend reporting to just kind of see how your site is doing, if that's a policy you're trying to enforce. We're also working on occupancy management that uses an AI-based not recognition, detection. Both of these are detection algorithms, not recognition specifically. But you're detecting that this is a person and they're in this space, and building on that information and summing up that information to give real-time feedback about how many people are in the area. If you're trying to manage your business to a certain occupancy rate, these kind of things can help you comply and help keep people safe. So we've tried to shift our priorities to things that the market needs to help keep people safe. To kind of just adapt.
Great. It's been good speaking to you with you today, Ryan, and best wishes to you and looking ahead to a bright future for Xact.
Yeah, thank you. Happy 2021.
Yeah, you too.